So let's stamp in this junk journal I created. Hi, this is Mel from MelPinkJournals, and this is a junk journal out of some foam. I showed you the details of this journal in the videos before this video. In the last video, I started to decorate the inside of the journal and created pockets and tuck spots. And I used my stencils, which I have very many of, and some makeup brushes to create some backgrounds. So for example, let's see, something like this. Hopefully you can see it. And in this video I will use my stamps, where I have a few of, not so many but not so less, I think. And I will use not my distress oxides in different colors, but my black ink pad to give it a bit more variety. And I will stamp here and there. This video is for you to give you inspiration for how you can decorate your junk journal. So let's see, I think this is good for stamping. I will just use some random stamps I have at hand. I'm not following any structure or anything like this. I just use what I have at hand and what I like. So the journal does not have to be perfect. I like to stamp and stencil and ink on a few pages in one go. Let me adjust the light a bit. Okay, so that you have something like this watercolor, not watercolor, waterfall effect. So when you turn the pages, you have something left over here, and you have to stamp only one time, and then you have this effect, which I love very, very much. So usually I clean up my stamps using a random piece of paper. So let's say maybe I have left over this piece of paper, and oh, this has a bit of stenciling on the back. So I will do it on here, just putting on my stencil, my stamp a few times to get rid of the ink. But I think I will leave the ink on the stencils. The stamps, sorry. I think I will leave the black ink on the stamps, so that when I use another color, so maybe this distress oxide in this pink shade or this blue or any other color, the stamp will get a few shaded colors, to say so. So this time I will not clean off my stamps, what is really, really unusual for me. So I have this acrylic stamps. Now I'm using one I do not use very often. So let's see, this is a bit too small. I use this acrylic blocks things to put the stamps on. But I does not worry about having my stamps perfectly. So usually you would put under something, maybe something like this foam, which is very soft, or maybe something more stronger, like a piece of not scrapbooking paper, something stronger, cardboard or something, to give you a better surface and underlay. For me it doesn't matter. But of course you can use just a tiny bit of the stamp as well. Okay, let's move on. I think I will use the rest of the stamp maybe over here. Not overthinking it too much, just going with the flow. So this video is all about stamping. Let's see, I have this very cute feather. Of course you can use other colors, not only black, but for me it's totally fine to use this black. So let's try again here to get a few pages in one go. I use the black because, as I said before, I use the stencil, for the stencils I use different colors and tried to blend them together a bit here and there. And so all my pages are very, very colorful, so this is why I need some black to give it a bit more variety. So let's see, I know I don't have white spaces because I stenciled all over the places where I love this so much, where the white spaces were. But I have something like this, for example, and I want to have something onto here. It does not have to be a really big stamp because I want to write on the pages, but something, a little tiny stamp, maybe just to give you a little bit of something to look at. This is one of the stamps I like the most. Cannot see it very well. It's like a coffee or a tea cup. I think, yes, it's 2 or 3 teacups together. So maybe let's just do this. I like this faded look as well. So what else do we have? Oh, I have these. These are cool. These are like different keys. I love them very much. I try not to overdo this journal, so it doesn't matter. It's just for my myself, and I will just show you what you can do with the journal. So it doesn't matter if I will overdo it, to say so. But even for me, if I like it really, really colorful, but even for me, it's sometimes a bit too much. So let's see, maybe this one. Because I want to show you as a few more things you can do in the journal. So I try to, oh, this would look cool, maybe a bit more at the side. Oh, this went nearly perfect. Okay, and maybe a tiny bit over here. Oops. Oopala. Just to give a little faded shine thing of something. Okay. Oops. This can happen. So I want to show you other things you can do. I created other journals, many other journals, and I showed you what you can do with the journals. So just get rid of your ink using your fingers or a little baby wipe or something like this. I will use my fingers and then get rid of the color later. So these are very cool stamps as well. So these tiny little ones I love really much. So I will use some of these, so maybe this rounded shape. And this video is only one, how do you call, one step, one thing I wanted to show you. I love this. It just gives you a tiny bit of extra something. Because I have so many stamps, I don't want to use the same stamp over and over again. I just try to use different things of my collection. If you don't have these acrylic blocks or you don't want to use them, you can use these acrylic stamps on their own. So let's see, maybe something hidden in here would be cool. Yes, and a little bit over here, just because I told you a minute ago I don't want to use the same stamps over and over again. So this is what I really love about junk journal creating. You just do what you like. I really love this one. This is like a ticket. I use this really often. So I want to ink some edges maybe later in this video. Maybe we can put it on over here. So this gives you the whole picture. This is hidden, and this is only the half of a stamp. If you want to have, let's say you want to have this half shape, you can use leftover piece of paper. So, oops, let's say this is a piece of scrapbooking paper. Oh, it's 2 pieces. Let's say you could put on this on your page to protect your page, or any leftover paper, then put on your stamp, and you would have this straight line. This would be another option. And I want to show you other things you can, how you can decorate your junk journals. I don't know if I will be able to show it to you in this video or maybe in another video. But because this is already 10 minutes, I think I will show it to you in another video, because I don't want this video to be too long for you to watch and too boring. Okay, so let's say maybe one more stem, this typewriter. Let's see. Just deciding where I want it to be, maybe on a page like this. Maybe only a bit of it. Maybe I can use the rest of it on another page, where there's not much going on yet, or in my opinion. Something like this would be fine. Okay. Okay, I think this is good. So, to give you another, one last stamp, because this is so beautiful too. And I don't use my stamps very often, to be honest. I don't know why. Maybe I will use them more often by now. So maybe something here. Oh, I think it's upside down. Okay, doesn't matter. I like it anyway. Stamp over here would be cool, but I don't want to. Maybe something more in the front. No, I want to have a little one over here again. I just go with my feeling. I don't overthink it, as I said before. So let's see. Okay, something here. Just trying to get all the leftover ink. Okay. Okay, I call this done. Maybe I will put on some other stamps later off camera. We will see. Just get rid of these. Okay, I think that's it for the moment. Oh, and I created this as a kind of belly band off camera. So you have this little picture beneath. I really, really love this. And I think I will put in a big journaling card or something. It's a bit loose, so we will see what we will do. And I put this upside down to have a bit of difference. Okay, there are not much stems over here. Okay, as I said before, maybe I will put in some stems later. Okay, the next thing I want to do is inking some edges. So I will use my inking tools. So something like this. And my distress oxides. Not the makeup brushes, because the inking tools work out better. So maybe we will start with the blue, just because. To give the journal a bit more interest here and there. So maybe the pockets would be cool, so that you are able to see the pockets a bit better. And just the edges. Just to show you how you can decorate your journals. Of course, you can ink the edges before putting in all the stuff. Sometimes I do it like this, sometimes I do it later. Just depends on my mood. So this would look cool, I think. Just inking around a bit. Of course, you can ink around here a bit, or going over your page, so that in this case the wrinkles stay out a bit more, so it's crinkly. And yes, your fingers will get covered in this color, but I think it doesn't matter. Okay, a bit of blue. I think I will do this later without the camera for the rest, because this video I don't want this video to be too long for you to watch, but just showing you a bit different things you can do. So maybe some inking over here, just because this wallpaper has a cool structure, and so the structure comes out more. It is better visible. But I want to use another color, maybe some green for the inside. Okay, there's not much green left on here, so just need to re-ink our tool. Or maybe the green is too light to show up. Don't know. Usually it shows up very well. Okay, it just depends on the paper you use. So you can use different colors, of course, for different areas. So maybe ink up this crease a little bit. We have some creases on the inside. So it's no big deal. You need only a few minutes to create something in your journal. Okay, 15 minutes. I think this is nearly long enough. So I will use some ground espresso to show you how this would look at the end. Of course, you can use black as well. Maybe some brown over here. This is only thin paper, because you have to be a bit more careful while inking all around the edges. Scrapbooking paper is a bit thicker, of course. And for me, it doesn't matter when the ink goes a bit onto the next page, as with the stencils. I like this very much. This would give a cool contrast, I think. It doesn't matter if you don't get all the edges. Hopefully you can see the differences. So of course you can go a bit more, can put on a bit more ink on the edges, so it has this used older look. So maybe the last one over here, because it's only white, to make it stand out a bit more. Just a little bit here and there, maybe something over here and over here. A tiny bit over here would be cool. And maybe on this side. Okay, so that's it for today. Just a bit of creating to show you. So stay tuned for the next video, where I will show you other things you can do in this journal, and watch the other videos of this series. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe for more junk journal crafting and for bullet journal videos. Bye!